Hello everyone. Football, or soccer without exaggeration, is the most popular sport in the world. Every 4 years, the World Cup is seen by millions of people at home, and even the smallest clubs have fans and admirers. And you probably think that football's a very serious sport, but you know what? It's not always like that. Sometimes nature, spectators, players, or an occasional series of circumstances creates unexpected surprises, which are remembered for a long time. So in today's video, we're going to show you the most ridiculous and funny situations seen on a football field. Let's get it on. Any of you who say that football is a soft game probably just never was in a stadium at the climax of the match. Well, or haven't seen this video yet. At a match between Hertha Berlin against Bayer Leverkusen, the audience was in suspense during the whole game. In just 7 seconds, the ball was in dangerous proximity to the goal of Hertha 3 times. Unfortunately for the players, they did not manage to score a goal. However, the team did their best. In just a few seconds, 4 players hit the ball. Well, maybe next time. A hand grenade is the last thing you'd expect to find on a football field. Probably the midfielder of the Iranian team Sepahan thought the same while playing in a match against the team from Saudi Arabia, Al Ali, until he saw it lying in the grass. There have been cases where fans threw fake grenades on the field, so the player thought it wasn't important. He just picked it up and threw it aside, away from the field. Everyone was surprised when the grenade exploded after a couple of seconds. It turned out that it was real. Fortunately, no one was hurt. During a parachute jump, the parachutist sometimes can't control his flying trajectory. So, what do parachutists have to do with football? Let's see. In 2013, while the players of the teams Salisbury City and Chester were trying to determine which team is better, a parachutist landed on the field. The audience was the first to notice the unusual visitor, while the players just kept playing. But after landing, the parachutist seemed to have got his moments of glory, as all attention was directed to him. By the way, a little later, a defender of one of the teams said that this was the strangest thing he'd ever seen on the football field. Different animals have entered the football field on a number of occasions. Here we have, for example, the biggest football fan in the whole world. He was so impressed with the game of his favorite team that he just couldn't stand it and jumped out on the field. So what if it's a dog? Just look how happy he is. Nice green grass. What do you associate it with? Some people think of football, others think of pasture, but the audience in this game probably thought of both at the same time. Well, what else can you think of when you see a cow walking on the field? There is an old but quite famous cartoon called Chicken Run. If you watched it and you liked it, then you'd like this clip. We're calling it Football Run. Some animals play football even better than people. for example dogs or elephants. But what about squirrels? Seems to us that the player shouldn't have kicked the squirrel off the field. Maybe they spoiled his 15 seconds of fame and missed the birth of a new star of world football. In some cases, the wind plays as the 23rd player on the football field. One team then has no problem winning, thanks to the extra player, while the other team's luck is not the best. That is what happened during a match between the English club Romford against Thurrock. Everything was fine. Romford was trying to score a goal when suddenly the wind turned the ball in the air and took it to their own goal. Well, it's not an easy opponent. Ghost Goal. Sounds like the title of some kind of mystic movie, right? Well, you're mistaken. This is the name the fans gave to a goal scored in the 69th minute of a match between Bayer and Hoffenheim in 2013. The viewers and even the players clearly saw the ball flying past the goal into the net, and yet eventually it got inside it. Only in slow motion it's possible to see that the ball somehow passed through.
So with the corner, the save! He does make his mark. Kiesling gets his goal. And Bayer Leverkusen lead 2-0.
Goalkeepers, as you know, usually don't run around the field wanting to score a goal against the opponent. But on this video, the goalkeeper apparently really wanted to support his team in the middle of the game. During a football match between Everton and Bolton, the goalkeeper of the first team just scored a goal, and he did it from his own goal. The ball flew over 100 meters, and Bolton's goalkeeper, who obviously was not expecting such a dirty trick, just missed it. A grenade is not the only thing exploding on the football field. However, the object we're going to discuss now is always present at the field. Yes, it's simply a football. Sometimes it happens that players go into a rage and kick it way too hard, making it instantly fly away, burst, or even fly to pieces. We've already seen that the wind sometimes helps to score goals, but this isn't the only time when it interfered with the game. So at the match Rubin vs Amkar, the wind moved the goal. Can you imagine its power, since it managed to move a heavy goal several meters? To continue the game, they had to put a person to stay there and hold it. You ever seen such a thing? Well, tell us in the comments. All people are different, and they prefer to satisfy their thirst in different ways. For example, when someone from the audience threw a beer can on the football field, a Bulgarian football player decided to take advantage of this. We don't know how the other players and the coach reacted to this, but this didn't stop the player from scoring a goal later. And this UK player had a beer prepared beforehand, like a reward for a goal. He flies with joy to the stands, knowing what awaits him. And here we have the wind again. This natural phenomenon creates strange and unusual situations on the football field more often than anything else. At a match between the Orlando Pirates and the Black Leopards in 2007, the wind blew off the banners and scattered them throughout the stadium. Players had to run around in different directions, forgetting why they're on the field. We feel so sorry for them. Turns out that football can be a dangerous game if nature takes part in it. This Terek vs Spartak match began like any other game. No one would think it will eventually be remembered, absolutely, by both players and spectators. A little drama, sad and serious faces, simulated injuries, an interesting game, and suddenly, the lights turned off. Moreover, very selectively. The scoreboard was still working, and the banners too, as if nothing had happened. Even inside the building itself the lights are on, but the field was invisible. The game, of course, was suspended, but it seems to us that it was in vain. They had such a unique opportunity to play football in the dark. Greenpeace would have appreciated it very much. Amazing gadgets, upcoming technologies, incredible inventions, and other cool stuff related to high tech on TechZone. Subscribe, you won't regret it. The link is on the screen and in the description. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks, and we'll be right back to you as fast as we can.